Alright guys, we're back on the Time Attack Honda Civic, kind of what I'm calling it. I don't know what else to call it, but I don't know if I mentioned in the last videos, we have from now, which is January, until October to get this vehicle done so that we can take it to Honda on the Dragon. I don't know how many years it's been now, but this will be our third time going. And I don't know if I want to drive this car all the way there or if we're going to tow it. Don't know yet. I don't know how comfortable this thing would be to drive all the way from Florida to Tennessee. Urethane mount's gonna have all urethane bushings, racing seat. That could get rough, but we are doing everything we can to make sure that when I go and take this to the tuner that everything is running correctly and that I've done my due diligence as far as that goes. So right now we're going through the fuel system. We've already put in a 255 Walbro fuel pump. I'm going through each injector, and I went ahead and I put it into a little kit here, wherever that went. I put each injector into a little spray kit that allows you to spray the carb cleaner through it and then sprays it out to make sure that the insides are clean. Right now I'm just cleaning the fuel rail, cleaning all the stuff up, replacing every bushing and filter here to make sure that this might not be the reason that it doesn't like to start or cold start. So let's get this done, get it put back in the car, and see how it acts after that. So today I'm working on my 3-point strut bar. I picked up one of those strut bars. You can actually get these off of like Timo or wherever, and they're super cheap. So I grabbed one. I knew it wasn't going to fit well. It would do the trick, I guess, but really what I wanted it for was for these brackets here. It would cost me more to have these laser cut and go through making all these things than it would just to buy that and cut it off. So that's what I did. I'm making my own back mount, and I'm going to be making it out of this square. It's kind of like a, not square, rectangle tubing. I'm going to be drilling holes in it just to give it a little bit lighter. It's like 16 gauge steel, so it's not real thick, but what I'm doing is I'm going to drill holes in it. I'm going to drop some 1-inch DOM tubing in there, TIG weld it, make it nice and clean, add a little bit of weight savings there. But this is the jig I made off of that. The biggest issue that I had with it is that these needed to come this way more. So I put them in the jig, pulled them forward, and now I can remake that 3-point strut bar, and it'll be mine instead of using some cheap Chinese stuff. So that's what we're doing right now. I got a whole bunch of holes to drill. Thanks to Anchor Lube for helping me save my bits and get these holes drilled. Let's get to it. these holes TIG welded up, you do got to be careful because as you're doing the holes, this will start to bow this way. So what I've done was I tacked on this side, I flipped it over, tacked on the other side to help minimize some of it, but there is nothing you can really do. Once I flip it over and start to fully weld, it will actually pull itself down. At least that's what my experience has told me and has done. Because right now it is trying to start doing a bridge bow because it's pulling all that heat to the top. So I'm letting it cool down, flip it over, get the other side done, start grinding. I got a few spots I've got to hit again because I was getting some dirt, must have been in there, and it just kept blowing through, driving me crazy, but it's coming together. So that's pretty good. Got a little spot here I need to put a tack weld on and grind down. I just kept getting some dirty spots like I was saying, and it was just blowing back on me in some spots, but it looks pretty cool. Go in there, once you're done welding, go in there with a die grinder and just grind it to make it round again because they're not, and then I'll use a deburr to make it nice and pretty. But that's the first one. We're gonna tack this to the jig and then test fit it on the car. Make sure everything's good before I even bother making the triangular firewall pieces. But calling it a night. That looks pretty good. I'll let that be. Get back on it tomorrow.
Body of clay, shape me how you will. You want me to stay, but I'm built to kill. The sound of your voice, it gives me a shrill. Soul made of soil, slipping like sand. You used to have me in the palm of your hand. You want to play, but I'm built to kill. The sound of your voice, it gives me a shrill.
Not to turn this into like a strut bar making thing. Sorry for the fan noise. That's just so I get some of this fumes out of here. But this will lock in. For right now, we're going to use the magnets to put them where I want them. I want the strut bar up as high as I can on this bracket because the other one was hitting my map sensor on top of the throttle body. So I want this to be up as high as it can be.
For my demise, top of your lungs, I drown out your cry.
So I got most of it somewhat in place. I was having some serious issues with my TIG welder. I thought the metal was just really dirty or something. So I swapped out my cup and did some other stuff and went to something smaller, and it started working. So I need to order a new cup because that was too small. But I went ahead and I got both sides done here and over there. Probably shouldn't have burned it in yet. Probably a really bad idea because I don't even know if this fits. Well, I'm going to leave it in here for the night, let it cool down. I need to order a new cup, like I said, and then probably go back over these. And I really want to make sure that I have a good cup for the rest of the stuff that I need to do. So Didn't intend on making this an entire episode about building a strut bar, but here we are. Looks kind of cool though. Hopefully it fits. We'll probably test fit it tomorrow, kind of see where we're at. All right, tomorrow. All right. Yes. Clearance. Plenty. Spot on. All right. Let's get the rest of it done. All right, so back in the jig, and because I know that these were okay and they were out of the way, I wasn't hitting the brake booster or anything like that, I could use the same angles. So I'm going to use a piece that I have here to see exactly where I want that. And then I can cut the angle, put that piece in, then I'll run the next piece off of here to there. We'll make those two pieces, we'll tack that in. Once it's tacked, I'll pull it back out, go put it in the car and make sure it fits before I weld all that in. We also need to, still waiting to get my new cup, which will be in a few days. I don't want to use, I'm using a really small tungsten and it doesn't really like to weld on the sticker stuff. You can't put as much ampage through it. So right now I'm just going to get all this stuff ready. We still got to do a bunch of holes in all of these bars that we're going to be going this way. We're going to do the same holes like we did. The strut bar is actually really light from that compared to what this one was, and it's about the same 16 gauge thickness. So compared to this here, like this was a lot lighter than this whole piece here. So I'm happy about that. Maybe the holes are working. Let's cut this up, get it where we need it to go. Piece has the holes in it. I just got to put the little, metal pieces down here in the bottom, but that's going to look super cool if I put it on the right way. That is going to look pretty cool like that in the car. I think I'm also going to add, once I get it in the car, I want to add some tabs that I can use to go to the brake booster. But yeah, that fits on there super good. Pretty stoked with that. We got to do the other one now. And then I think we're gonna, I need to order some Steel It, because I think I want to do everything in that Steel It gray when we eventually get the roll cage. I think I'm gonna also want to do that in the Steel It gray too. I think that'll look super cool. But this is coming out pretty sick. Pretty happy about it. Let me know below what you think. Is this a waste of time, or does it look cool? I don't know. Oh well, I'm gonna fill these up. If you guys want to watch, you can, or just skip ahead.
With me in the morning sun, like the
that piece is done. Just got it tigged on here, on there, and on the bottom. I'm gonna have to wait till I get my big cup to get in there because I'm gonna have to extend the tungsten pretty long, and also because this is so much thicker, I don't want to use the smaller tungsten on this thicker stuff. So kind of like I had to there, gets real hard to put that much ampage through it, but I'm digging this thing. It looks so cool. It's gonna look really good in there. I'm gonna go ahead and start making this one here, and then hopefully my new cup will be in and we'll be able to finish it off. So let me know what you guys think. I think it's coming out pretty cool. Can't wait to get it all painted and put in. Like I said, we're gonna do a steel it in there because I think I'm gonna do steel it gray on just like all my random stuff. But looks pretty damn cool. And there she is. I didn't bother you guys with the rest of it. You guys gonna see me TIG weld and drill holes and do it over and over again, but it is on there. Welded here. I still got to get in here and underneath. I can't do that while it's in the jig. I got on the top. I'm gonna grind those down so it all looks like one piece, and I'll grind that one down so it all looks like one piece. Everything else can stay. The welds look pretty damn good to me. I'm not really a professional TIG welder. I'm all self-taught, but I think that came out pretty damn good. I'm okay with it. But we're gonna try in the morning, throw this on the car, make sure everything fits. Hopefully, I did put there are 2 screw holes on the back firewall, so I used those. Hopefully that lines up. If not, I'll drill new holes, put in some riv nuts. We'll call it a day. The biggest thing is that all of this fits. I don't see why it shouldn't. I was able to put the other one on, and the only thing that I had issues with was that it was hitting the map sensor. Other than that, I think we're good to go. Came out amazing. Super stoked. Alright, you guys get to see the test fit with me. Good luck. It looks like it's good. Looks like everything fits. It's a little bit off of the firewall here. I have an idea I can do for that. I don't want it to squeeze. Could have made it a little bit longer. But it's there. It does not line up with those holes though. This car is a little different, I think. I measured it off my daughter's car. Holes here and too far here. Something's not right with this one, but we can make the rest of this work. Little spacer behind there. I can drill new holes, attach them through here, or put riv nuts in it. Either way, it's gonna work. Alright, there it is. Pretty much completed. I ground all that down, so now that all looks like one piece, like I said I wanted to do. Finish welded everything here, underneath, all the way around. I added these 2 little extensions off the back because that's about how much I was away from the firewall. I'm not really sure why, because the other strut bar fit against the firewall, but I'm not worried about it. I added these little tabs. I can grind these down to get it to where it fits perfectly. So that's what I'm gonna do there. And then next, I still need to add the triangles on the bottom here. I don't know if it's necessary, but they're always on there on every one I've ever seen. So I'll add those to help, I guess, with that flex there. Not that this is ever gonna move. Other than that, guys, she's basically done. I'm gonna finish some of this stuff off camera. Still need to do the brake booster support, and I wanna do that off of there, but what I need to do is actually get the suspension done on the car first, because this isn't going to go on and stay on there anyway. The suspension that's on there is terrible, it just bounces all over. So I've got my Teen Flex coilovers that are going to go on, and I've got to do all the bushings and all this other stuff. So I'm going to wrap it up here. I will probably do a small little video of doing that brake tab if you guys are interested in seeing the brake master cylinder support that I'm going to do on here. I'll do that later, because we're not going to paint or do anything to this until I can actually put it on the car. So that'll be in another video, but thank you guys for watching. Let me know if you guys like this kind of stuff, more fabrication. I need to get on that back there. So if you guys want to make sure, check out the first channel, the main channel, Seabrook Customs. That's where I do all the bike fabrication, not the car stuff. This is just for the car stuff. So I'll link everything in the description below. Thanks for watching. See you real soon. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Help me out trying to get monetized here. Can't do that because I don't have enough views or followers. So help me out. Later.